A quick hello to one of our sponsors in Dizzy Fish. All at Dizzy Fish watching tonight from the watching the Manchester Storm. On the Storm indeed, using that hashtag StormTV. Nice to have you on and watching. We'll be asking for your player of the games later on, but that's a fair few periods away of hockey yet to come. Busby starts out, second unit out for the Storm. Nardi with speed through the neutral zone, in over the blue line, dishes out wide, just off the mark from Yolette, out to the point. Devils have three through centre, Busby the only man back, 3-on-1 off the leg of Busby and through the 5-hole. Number 22, Connor Caprioni. A call for ones to watch and beneficial off a redirect, a friendly redirect from a Storm leg as Busby tried to block the pass and inadvertently redirected it through the 5-hole of the Reader, and it's Devils who are on the board first and early in this one. Apart from here, 1-0 up are the Cardiff Devils. They have possession in the zone. Sent down low, arm in the air from the officials as Gillette took a big hit and dished one out himself. Rises another man to the boards and takes him down. More hits coming in after the play. Walsh has hold of somebody. Johnson's into it as well. Gillette being offered out. And gloves are dropped. Tied up for now. Helmet off. Not sure who the Devils player is. Two big players. Bit of a wrestling match now. An arm comes free. Gillette eats one. It's Tyson Helgeson. These two fought last night as well. And right over the top, and the officials will step in and cut this one short. Helgeson wants a little bit more after the officials got in the way. He cheers up the away crowd as Gillette tries to rouse those from a Storm persuasion. As you could feel the tension building, and hits from Gillette along the boards. As we'll watch again on the replay, Gillette never really got his gloves off to get punches thrown. Helgeson incensed in this fight. Gillette eats one there and asking the officials, why aren't you jumping in? And has a few words after the fact for the 28 Canadian. This is out wide, open lane, all the way across the neutral zone, in on the attack, right down the wing, pad save, rebounds there, loose in skates. Storm trying to find it in the corner, get it back to the point for Welsh. She goes all the way across but can't hold in at the blue line. Plenty of penalties being handed out as the ejection wasn't a ejection call from the top of the hips, it was an unsportsmanlike call. There's more action coming in as Welsh takes example, and a check from behind as well on Welsh as he had hold of Barrow on the ice, and Gilmore into it with Davis. And it's times like this I really wish I had Matthew with me to have an extra pair of eyes, as the Ritter seems to be coming over to have a bit of a word as well. Tom Perrin and Miller have their work cut out for them, to say the least. So from what I've heard over the tunnel and from help here in the Storm shelter, it looks like Welsh is going to head to the box for at least 2 minutes. Interference call for those other ones we have. Number 14 has 2 minutes for a high stick and 5 minutes for fighting. As you're watching again on the replays, Davis has got to get something for that. Coming in late and cross-checking Welsh from behind around the shoulder and neck area. Number 22, Capri, trying to wrap around the number 79. Stretch pass ahead was off the mark as checks happening off the play and off camera. Pass up for Nardi. He stops up and avoids the forward check. That brings oohs and ahs from the crowd. Nardi backhands in, blocker save. Thought that might have gone up and into the netting. Play goes on. Chip down the boards. More clashes happening in front of the benches, and more happening in front of the benches too. I can't see from here. As O'Gilney grabs somebody, Locke comes in, another couple of players come barreling in as well to join the fray. Cutler throwing punches. As Genyon's tied up with somebody as well. Connor Caprione is involved again. He was the one tied up with Cutler. As we see Genyon and Riley Brandt, wild swing of the stick, can't be doing that. Throws the gloves to challenge. As they're seeing it now on the big screen. And that's what draws the crowd. The signal being called from Miller, the official, the tap on the hips. Looks like Richardson's head to the box for his words for the officials. As Cutler got some real big shots in on an outmatched Caprione. Well, we're just over halfway through this first period, and I say first period because we still might have over about 50 minutes of this game left to play with 9:21 left on the clock. Well, we've not even made it to the first period break just yet. As the officials work all of this out, let's take you through some of the other scores around the league as Richardson's being marshalled into the box. Duggan's in there as well. We might have to get a little bit of extra seating for the away team penalty box. Belfast have had their goal wiped out against Glasgow late on in the first period. That game back to 0-0. Fife still 2-0 against Dundee. Nottingham 2-0 up over Guildford, and Sheffield and Coventry still tied at no goals apiece. A review of the play from the officials is underway as well. The officials, look like they've made their decision and heading back out to the ice. As player is headed off. Riley Brandt, full season with the Devils last season, scored 11 points in 30 games, had 126 penalty minutes, and it looks like he's adding to his total this season early. But that'll do it for his night. He's headed to the changing room for an early shower. 9 minutes 21 left to go in the period. The Devils have possession behind the back of the goal, get it to the line but not out, held in. Works down the balls back to the half wall. Welsh open at the point, sends over to this near side, can't take the one-time shot, returns back to Welsh. They play catch, trying to spread the Devils out. From the half wall back to the point, back down the balls once more. Gilmore behind the back of the goal, out in front. Flashes wide of the goal. Storm work it around again to the far side. Welsh open at the point, find on the backhand pass all the way across, can't take the shot. Gilmore all the way back across, quick time goal! In behind! And an emphatic celebration gets the Storm tied on the board. A power play goal. Number 18, Caleb Bergang. Quick play around the top three on the power play. Welsh across to this near side for Gilmore, all the way across, loads and fires. And Ergang finds a way past Sauvert. We have 6 down, puck down and underway for the second period. Devils tap back first. Over to Estes. D to D. Back to Estes. Dump in deep. Garrido out to play it. Harrison's there. Sent round to the far side wall. Cutler's backhand out to the neutral zone. Off the skate and up ahead. Back in Storm possession. Gloved down by Olszewski. Surprised that wasn't called for a hand pass. Play goes on. Olszewski's pass through the neutral zone. Harrison takes over. Tracks back into his own end. Backhand to Welsh. Bouncing, bobbling puck. Neither team settled in this opening minute or so in the second period. Storm digging out of the pile, make their way to the neutral zone. Cutler Sends it round the boards. He'll let out to chase in the corner. He'll head off on a change. Olszewski plays up the boards. Devils don't like what they see. Spin, go off the glass. Storm step forward, in over the blue line. Might have a chance from the sharp angle. Pad save. Hayden stops to it first. Pass all the way across this near side for Locke. He steps down the wall. Backhand in front. Loose bobbling. Falls for Sanford. He gets taken down and possession turned over once more. All the way through the blue paint out this near side. Gilmore leaves for Johnson all the way across, top of the circles, quick shot, pad save, rebounds there. Chopped on net and swatted out of the zone, and it's Devils that look lethargic in the start of this second period. Rise the physical play, and Yolette backhands up the far side boards. Poke check unsuccessful, cuts to the middle, quick shot, blocked in front, trickles to the front of the net on the side of the goal, and ends up below the goal line. Devils still in possession, swat it to an open wing. Storm take over. 3 to centre, 3-on-3 into the zone. Trying to work around the back of the defence, backhand in front, pad save, rebounds there, all the way through and out the far side. Best chance of the period so far for the Storm. Nardi backhand to the point, Harrison across one time, blast into the glove, Cutler was out in front. Footstow there, sees that one from the blue line, and Gilmore. Face off one back, Fournier passes up the far side wall, gets the return feedback at the point, pressured and sent it down low quickly. Devils hold on to the puck at the half wall, sent round the back of the goal, and Gretzky's office trying to come out in front, falls back behind the net, squirts out to this near side, back to 5-on-5 hockey, shot tipped in from the tight angle. Have to watch the replay back for who got the final touch. But it's Olszewski who takes the handshake line. So once again, jam play at the side of the post comes out to this near side. We cycle back to the point. Fournier shooting lane opens up. Olszewski's got a touch on it out in front, and the reader just slid too far across the face of goal. Minutes and 37 seconds to go. Face off far side of the offensive zone for the Storm. Lost to Pinskates. Devils overload and take the puck back. Keynes has that one hop over the stick. Locke plays to an open wing. Bit of a suicide pass as an arm goes up in the air. Locke asking questions. This clears the Devils player off the Storm player. It's Connor Capone once more. Sat down for 2 minutes or less against Caleb Ergang. Ergang was put in a bit of a difficult position there. I think Locke was waiting for him to step forward, and Capone stepped forward instead and took him hard to the boards. To stay out there for the icing call. 13:48 to go, third period, excuse me. Still tied up in skates, now comes free for Busby. He turns in the corner and rises the hit. Clavel plays up the wall and all the way down once more. Another rolling puck. This one won't have the legs for an icing call, and Storm can get off on a change. Big hit below the goal line. There's a physical play returning in this period from earlier in the game. Another hit as Yolette is absolutely cleaning house. Shot meanwhile from inside the face-off dots. Dealt with, and Olszewski trying to feed that one back out in front. Stick loss from Locke, and he has to go back and retrieve. Yolette taps that one down off the body, backhands it all the way down the ice. Will be another icing call against the Storm. Devils send it all the way down, takes a touch, so no icing, and get to it first as well. Harrison spins it up the wall. Dudek pins it off the half boards. A couple of players tied up behind the players. The puck sent in deep. Devils looking for a stretch breakout pass. Don't have possession on their stick just yet. Now can tip it down the wall. LaCroix takes a slash and an arm in the air from the official. Bit of a sell job. From the number 49. As he's eyeing his player. Grimacing on his way off, but Can't be swatted in onside, and away go the Devils through the neutral zone. Chip and chase past Welsh. Holds his man up enough not to get a call, does well. Busby trying to dig it out of skates. Storm have the numbers in the corner. Cutler just looking for it as the two players in front of him battle away. He tries to walk it up the wall. Ends up in the skates of the official. Might fall kindly for the Devils. Back to the point. Shot comes in. Barrow has it on his body somewhere. Taken down. Play goes on. Away goes Gillette. Welsh trying to one-hand it up the wall. To no avail, and back goes Busby. 3 minutes and 37 to go. Busby doesn't like his options. Lifts it weakly through. Might fall kindly for Johnson. Just offside, says the linesman. And you can feel the tension here in the storm shelter. 3:29 to go. And it's Nardi that stands over the draw. Don't get the face off clean on the first time around. Now do. Storm trying to tap it back to the point. Overloaded, sent round to this near side. Less than 20 seconds to play. Pinched along the walls. Shot from a tight angle. Ricochets back out in front. Back to the point. Across. Cutler's shot wide of the goal. Ricochets to Gilmore. 10 seconds left. Get the shot off. All the way across for the one-time shot. All the way back. Then they run out of time. Quick shot from Cutler. Rebounds in front. It's loose in the paint. Trying to dig it in. It comes loose behind the back of the goal, below the goal line. A quick scramble, and Hayden's involved with more pushing and shoving as these two teams have put on a show for the Elite League in the Challenge Cup over the last two nights. It's Devils that come away with a full complement of points. 3-0 last night and a hard-fought 2-1 here in the storm shelter.